Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live. We're playing Pentiment on request from Gaming Kid. He hasn't pissed me off in a while, so I'm gonna abide the request.
Oh.
We're doing this for you, Gaming Kid.
I see.
You've done good work on the show and trailers. And his last show and trailer got ended prematurely, so I feel like he needs a win. This is also on the Xbox Game Pass, and we got the free trial going, so like, this is what I highly recommend. Binge the Xbox Game Pass. You know, don't give Microsoft $14 a month for the entire year, just like Netflix and all the other streaming services. Just go out there, play a bunch, then cancel it. These services rely on you to like just forget about it. Just don't care, don't cancel ever. You know, everybody complains about too many services to subscribe to. Well, don't subscribe to them all at once, all the time.
Hot tips with Fresh.
And it doesn't hurt the developer. They get a payout, a flat sum from these platforms. They've already got their money. In fact, another point of order about this type of thing.
Okay.
If you enjoy a game on these, if you really love one, they get like something like 50 cents a person who plays it, or maybe even less, but it adds up because it's like millions of people or whatever. But they don't get, anyways, I don't know. There was a spreadsheet released. It was interesting.
Right.
But if you really like a game, you see it on sale, go buy it. Get it on Steam if it's like $5 or like $3 or something ridiculously low, or if it's part of a humble bundle, get it. Like, give them a little extra cash, you know, or if they have a Patreon, support it.
There you go. Starting a game with the Fresh rant.
I'm just saying, it's a nice thing to do. Speaking of Microsoft, what the fuck's going on with my fucking controller?
Oh, Lord.
There it goes. Woo! 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 You gonna do a spit take? Oh.
Oh my God. Fraser didn't have his morning rant with me this morning, so you guys get it.
I spared you. Let's start.
Okay.
People say this is good. I think we watched a trailer for it. I think in the back. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects to make it difficult for some readers. I can do it. We'll use the stylized. Let's do it.
Autosaves.
Besides the fact that it looks like old medieval scriptures, I don't know anything else about it. In principio errata I don't know Latin, so fuck. What's going on here? Okay. Oh, that's satisfying. Is this how people erase shit? Back then? An erasing stone?
We had eraser stones in Ontario.
What?
Yeah, they're the little pink ones. You never used those?
No.
Oh.
Oh, so this was done by Xbox internally? This wasn't an indie? Or, oh, it's by Obsidian. Obsidian did what? Some other thing?
South Park.
Okay. So it's not really an indie, it's just an indie-like. You know, I'm for it.
They did Fallout New Vegas.
If it
Did they do South Park? Or am I insane? I could be insane.
If it gets big studios putting money into unique experiences, new, fresh experiences, make indie likes. It's cool.
That's some pretty notation. I could burn that.
But he's all obsessed with wood burning. You know, this stuff, oh my God, look at the finger on that one hand. There's something about these drawings that is just very unsettling. It's like, I don't know why they were drawn in this way. It's like it's like some monk was just a very high up monk, and like he was shit at drawing, but nobody could admit it, and they all had to follow his like guide, his style guide. Like, this is how you draw a face.
Right.
Or he's like,
An artist sleeps, an artist's mind.
And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you to... I need you to finish the commission by the end of April. Keep your conversation. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Heh, up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him.
Or are they actually on a stage? Are they doing a play?
Oh, maybe.
Or no, this is actually a scene. Devotion to one... Oh, it's Socrates. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind, superlative of those of the body.
Socrates has Fraser's voice.
I can't do a voice for everybody. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work Socrates' way.
How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas?
I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. I ignore him, which is what the comment merited. Well, obviously. It's not my fault God made me this handsome, I said. You're insufferable. Meet me in my bedchambers.
Alas, the Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time.
Oh?
Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them greater appreciation for beauty.
Right, try telling them that to the abbot next time, Andreas.
Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg.
We need to get rid of this heat. Holy fuck.
Right?
Jesus. We just wanted it toasty for the beginning of the show, not to like die sweating.
See, it's that steep. It makes you real hot, huh?
Or cold.
Or cold. Yeah.
Women.
Who is just complaining about the heat?
Yeah, I guess. And you're becoming a real meanie over there. Criticizing my voices.
No, I think your voices are amazing. I just thought it was crazy that Socrates has, like, your same voice.
Telling me that my feelings are illegitimate. That's the man seat.
Oh my god.
All men are pigs,
This
even
is
Becky.
marriage, huh?
Yeah.
Where marriage and your life as a new master await you.
Yes, marriage to someone he's never met, hardly ideal.
Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher.
Oh, Jesus! Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least?
That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. Small portrait they sent is lovely, but an artist can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. It was a little portrait. I couldn't tell how big the titties were.
It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us.
Ah, true, your majesty.
Will you visit us again soon?
Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can always dream of this place, your majesty. I can always dream, sire.
Of course. If you're not here tomorrow night, I pray you will be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Until next time, Andreas.
Until next time, your majesty.
Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas.
Why am I... Look at the guy licking the side of the boat. I never do. Why do they run the transportation in this land?
Oh my god.
Ow! Owith! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going.
Hee, they're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything.
I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word.
Don't let him run you ragged, boy.
I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. It's all the same thing. Oh, this one. The abbot can't push me around.
That's what I like to hear.
Aweth!
I like the clouds. I used to always try to draw clouds like that.
Gah! Would you please stop it? Forsooth!
I want to be that one.
I give up. Take me home, Grobian. That's neat.
Yeah.
He, as you wish, Andreas.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning, Ursula. You can do this. Time to get uppeth. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages, back to the Abbey. The Pictrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptapron of giving Prior Ferney keeps giving me all these books to read. I should really clean this up. That's as far as I can go that way. I could go to bed. I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after compline? Quests. Ooh, neat. Hey, when's that game coming that like you jump in and out of things, like into a book, then like onto the world, and it has really good graphics?
I'm super interested in that.
All right.
Trying to remember the name of it.
Gertner House. I thought this kid would actually talk. So I can do this kid.
Okay.
Clara. You do her.
Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well?
Quite, actually, thank you. Ordinary, as far as sleeping goes.
Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of
we're rich.
the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you if, to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. Oh, cool.
That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks.
Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be so much trouble, could we?
Smasheth the loins.
Yes, exactly. Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? Groschen?
Forsooth, bitch!
I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind.
W.T. fucketh, lady.
Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean.
Of course, there's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose not out of the question. Yes, I can manage that. I can't promise anything. See what I can do. Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? I'm not sure how. What's this about? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Interesting. So you can listen to his thoughts before you start. And then you have some insight here. Oh, these are like people in your head, people from your past,
Ah, okay.
telling you what to think. It makes me wonder if the first scene we saw is just in his mind. It's his dream. And these people are in him, kind of like Disco Elysium. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money. It'll ease their burden. You must take the consequence of inaction into account. What is this shit? You don't pay the taxes every year. Why is it falling on you to fix? I want to listen to Socrates here. What? You are under no obligation to pay, but Gertners will suffer for it. The Gertners. I want to help them, but I don't want to be taken advantage of. Interesting. So you get one piece of insight, which unlocks nothing.
Right, yeah, these are all the same.
I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do.
Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems to be enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out.
Nani? I don't know if it's the game hanging up at these points or if the controller stopped working again. Oh, anyway.
Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it?
Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Ference allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going.
Probably the controller.
Yeah, it's blinking. Fucking damn it. Xbox, like how can't you figure this shit out? The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show the clients for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I'll go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own.
From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas.
Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after all.
After
a little too much fun. Ha ha ha.
It must be rather frightening starting all over again.
I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It's doing it constantly now. Okay, switching controllers, maybe that'll work. Gotta switch batteries though.
Oh, light.
There's no batteries in the red one. Worked fine yesterday, but then when I got down here today to get the gaming laptop up and going, yes, because it was an all blue background on the login screen when it never is usually. It was very surprising, and I was like, okay. It's always a new surprise with Windows PCs.
Ratty says, don't remember if the game teaches you this, but you can press a button to get information/definitions about the red underlined stuff. The select button, I think.
I think it restarts in order.
There.
Yeah, but I think it restarts in order. Does it save at any point? Like, am I saved mid-conversation? Does it save mid-conversation? Because I think I need to restart that. Well, I'll see how this works for a little bit now that I just synced it, but I owe it to my family to make something of my life. Sure, what the fuck. This will be remembered.
Ooh.
They helped me even after I dropped out of university. I can't let them down.
I'm sure you make your family proud, Andreas. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little notebook.
Oh, you saw my torture drawings?
Your masterpiece must be wonderful.
It's my finest work I'm getting there. It's hard to say until it's done.
That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. And we'll see you after Vespers. For supper.
Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Druckner invited me over for supper. We shall sup.
Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us.
Of course. Until later, Clara. Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat?
Of course, Andreas. How can I help?
I was wondering if I could help you with your tax troubles. You said you were behind on taxes at the Abbey. Exactly how much are you short?
Oh, well, about 2 guildens worth. Whoa.
A gold coin used as currency through the Holy Roman Empire. Though different standards exist for the golden in different regions, it's generally equivalent of a Florentine florin. So what was Ratty saying? Is this what he was saying?
I think
about? So.
If you can't pay your rent early, that's all right. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot.
I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. No, I'll have my payment for you. I was merely curious.
Ah, I see. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity when there's still ground to till. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead of you. Does that trip you up?
If you're sure.
I am. I apologize for putting our burdens onto you, Andreas. That wasn't Christian of me. Please, don't mention this to Peter. He would hate to know that I bothered you about all our troubles.
So I can like the finger. And it just shows you a picture of the guy she's talking about.
He looks like he's got
A
fine
what?
head of hair.
Oh.
He won't know a thing. All right.
I should return to work.
Until later, Clara. Eva.
Hello, Andreas.
Very good. Little one. Oh my. Something is wrong with the child.
Oh, they have beets. Hey, there's Peter.
Who's this guy?
Andres.
Bet you that guy's called Little Something. Mm-hmm. Ill Peter. Little Peter or Isle Peter?
It looks like ill Peter.
God.
Oh, that's God?
God is a cat with a rocket. What the fuck? This is our context? I accept it.
Yep, me too.
God bless you.
Andreas.
Oh, yes, Andres. This weather's been awful. This town's god awful. This town's got shit since my days.
I don't think the town should do much about the weather.
I love that. So cool.
Are things very different when you're young?
As different as beer and piss.
Oh, ill Peter.
The old abbot didn't bother us as much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta.
Keep the pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. What the fuck is Swabia?
What is Swabia?
To keep the skies clear and the weather fair, Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even when the White Lady's name was on our lips.
Christ. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, Il Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought St. Moritz protected Tassing. St. Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. What the fuck is Tassing? I guess giving
Alms?
tithes. Legends states he was an Egyptian-born commander of Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in the Kirsau shrine.
When Christians stole all the pagan traditions.
You think the spirits have been fouling the weather since no one in the follows the customs?
What sort of old customs?
The kind to scare away witches and keep spirits from calling the storm gods to our farms. You know, virgin sacrifices. The saints weren't the first to watch over our tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that.
Ranning Kemper, the late husband of Tilia.
That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive.
What the fuck is an abbot, really?
Isn't it just the church?
But what part? Like, what is he?
I don't know.
You should know this.
Yeah, I should.
Is he a bishop? Is he below a bishop? Is he just like another one of the priesthood, but like higher up? But where? Where on the totem pole?
I don't know. We didn't have abbots.
Obviously, they oversee an abbey. But what is an abbey?
A building. A congregation.
Is it a church?
I think so. Like,
How
I
does it
think
differ from a church?
I think a church is maybe where you pray.
Oh.
Whereas the abbey is...
An abbey is where monks. Oh, so it's like the opposite of, or it's like kind of like what do they call where the nuns go?
My mom calls it the fucking nunnery.
A nunnery. It's also called something else.
The convent? No, the...
Convent?
I don't know. Leader of the monks, I think.
So it's like a barracks for monks.
Okay.
Like the old widow Ottilia
Monasteries, I believe.
monastery. I won't mention that at the abbey.
My mom had to live at the abbey. She called it the abbey.
It just turned off completely. Could it be? It's not the battery.
Uh-oh.
There's no way it's the battery. It's never been the battery. But maybe I should put in new batteries just to be sure. I don't know. You have some new ones around.
The rectory is the part behind the church where the...
It's insane.
I do. Where the priest goes like before and after church.
Let's swap batteries just to see if it's that.
These ones? No.
No, double A's.
The rectory is where the bathroom was, and it was always scary. There's all kinds of statues there. Spooky stuff.
Yeah, it's not the...
Could be the dongle for some reason. Mine gets funky sometimes.
Oh, it gets funky frequently. I don't think these batteries may not work well. I don't know.
All those batteries should be charged.
Okay. It's hard to know. I don't know. So did we get an answer? Does this autosave in conversations? Like, am I autosaved at this point?
Yeah.
I need to restart just to, at least to rule that out. Fuck me. Oh, why? At the very least, I don't know. One thing I'll do is resync this with...
When you left the house, it definitely saved.
Yeah, I don't want I'm gonna take away the dongle. Fuck the dongle. Doesn't do fucking shit for you.
We don't have wired controllers.
Why should I have to fucking use a wired controller though? Anyways, like why should I have to? I bought a dongle. I have wireless controllers. They're wireless for a reason. Oh my god! Holy fuck! So hooking up a new controller crashes the game. I'm not gonna blame the game. I'm gonna blame the fucking Windows. No, don't fucking report it, piece of shit.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Holy shit, though. Let's see where it's saved.
That's kind of what I thought, Ian Kid. Thank you.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Oh my god, I came back to this. It says Gaming Kid.
Try to just do my... I don't know what I said.
Yep, were things different when you were young? What sort of old customs?
The joys of PC gaming, indeed. I think this is where I was. I won't mention that the Abbey.
Okay.
Pa! The Abbey.
The Abbey. Perchance hounds take the abbot.
Jesus, this guy's like sacrileging all over the place. Pagan goddess of the Alps. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's just like straight up saying he's a...
I should go.
All right, God bless you.
Kitty Rocket, God blesses you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big.
big.
Oh, they subverted my expectations on that. I'm gonna call you Lil George.
Morning, Andreas.
Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today?
Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the fields. He hit a big rock with his plow, and it took we Lord knows how long to pull it out.
Took me, Lord. It's just so like seriously though, I do wonder if that's like placeholder, like later. I don't know. I don't know. It's funny though.
Yeah.
You off to the Abbey?
Every day but Sunday.
What?
Where else would I be going?
Damn, Andreas, I don't know, just making conversation. Smells like a storm's coming now.
Oh, just smells like fresh alpine air to me.
You've been traveling too much. Where'd you say you spent your wanderjare before the you came to Tassing?
Tassing is the name.
Wandershire. Wandering years, during which journeyman artists or craftsmen travel far and wide to improve their skill.
Oh, cool.
Nani? Did I just open up a different menu, or is this actually what's supposed to be happening here? Oh, yeah, we're choosing what our history was. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can be reference cultural touchstones from Basel, Zurich, and Freiburg. Low Countries knows some Dutch and French that can reference cultural touchstones. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan.
What do we want?
I don't care. I don't know that any of it... I guess Germany. Wait. Yeah. I mean, religious-wise, wouldn't Italy be the most helpful?
Probably.
Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well.
Ooh.
One of the largest cities. So I guess those were those. That's my fault though. I should really just uninstall Dropbox. But
The only time it ever comes up is now.
Milan, one of the largest cities in Europe, Milan was once a major city-state of the Italian peninsula before becoming Spanish Empire. Florence, home to the power Medici family, ruled the city for centuries. Florence is known for artistic patronage, hosting artists and thinkers including Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, and Machiavelli. Venice, one of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula, sitting in the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is cool.
I loved reading about Machiavelli. Have you guys been to any of those places? We have not.
Italy, no wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming.
It's true.
So, like, this is taking place in a... When is the time period?
I think it was 1518.
When was the Renaissance? When was Leonardo da Vinci and those guys? Leonardo da Vinci's Renaissance, right?
Yeah. Is it not
Or is he
the
post-Renaissance?
1500s?
I don't know much about this shit. I'm not good at remembering periods. But anyways, the reason I say it is because I feel like this style of art would have been completely, basically wiped out once the Renaissance hit and actual talent started to hit the pages, right? Like, I feel like them getting Michelangelo and shit to do all that religious art was basically like making up for all this shit.
Yeah.
The art that they let their monks do.
Da Vinci died in 1519. The Renaissance was like the 1500s.
When was the printing press created?
The printing press, 1800s.
Really? That late? I need to know when the printing press...
How long will that take?
10, 15
1440?
Wow.
No way. Oh man, you guys, you should play the game Timelines. I want the game Timelines. It teaches you stuff like that. It's so great. I would have gotten that so wrong. The printing press was early.
And then when did it become something that people could afford? Well, nobody could
1800s.
ever afford one, right? It was the epitome of capitalism. Those who owned a printing press got to print things. But it's better than the days where only the church had the ability to commission like guys like this to print before the printing press.
Yeah.
So why does he have a job at this point if the printing press exists? Isn't that the whole point of like whatever they call these guys, scribes?
Is he a scribe?
I think
I don't
maybe
know.
he's an artist. I don't know.
I don't think I have that long, Big George.
What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean.
I was a hedonist.
Seeks out pleasure wherever he goes, extremely social, quite experienced in all enjoyable vices of the world.
Cool.
A craftsman, a bookworm, a rapscallion, a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, and minor crimes and fistfights. A businessman. I think this guy talks like a hedonist.
Steam-powered printing
Steam-powered? Oh, that's so cool.
presses became prevalent in 1812.
Prevalent. So before that, it was invented but not prevalent. Like they weren't actually like using them en masse. Because I mean, like the Wright brothers invented the airplane, but it took a while before people were actually flying shit around.
Renaissance is a period in European history marking the transition from the Middle Ages to modernity and covering the 15th and 16th centuries. 15th and 16th, yeah, okay.
Italian women are beautiful and the wine is exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing?
Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it.
That's what he looks like.
Don't let him hear about it.
Why not? Please tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, "Lord, make me chaste, but not yet."
Is that really what Augustine said? Saint Augustine was a hippo of hippo was
I like
He was
it.
a hippo from an early Christian philosopher, theologian.
Look at that, like, those gams.
Yeah, I've seen those scams.
Yeah.
And Bishop of Hippo Regius, he is recognized as a doctor of the church and he's the Hippocratic Oath guy. Most known for his works. I thought that came from like fucking Greek times. Maybe it's just, I'm conflating the coincidence. The City of God and autobiographic confessions, as well as, Hippocrates was the guy. Anyways, development of the doctrine of the original sin. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. George. Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all that work to get the rock out. See you later, Andreas.
Until later.
Hey, Andreas, is that load of the girls today?
Eva and Clara.
No, I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their backs and give them a good scratch under the breast. That's funny that they are chickens, female, but they call them Peter, James, and John.
Yeah.
You named your chickens after the apostles. You couldn't think of anything more feminine, maybe pretty girls, you know? Isn't that blasphemy?
We'll do our... All the pretty girls I know are married. Although, naming a chicken after another man's wife doesn't seem right. But I hear about the apostles every day at Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments of glory in his darkest trials. So sometimes that's just filler. If it doesn't
Okay.
want to point to shit yet, for some reason, it's not always going to give you insights. Those are red, not underlined, and that might be the difference. I was thinking, that's how it is with girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here.
That makes perfect sense to me, George. You have much in common with Christ. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially.
I'm going to say he has a lot in common with Christ. You're making fun. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on.
Aw.
I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them?
Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back into it until later, Andreas.
Until then.
Andres. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have any moments to lend me a hand?
I'm already late to the Abbey.
I swear it won't be long.
I'm sorry, I just don't have the time.
I understand. It's not trouble at all. I'll see you and Otto at the Abbey guest house for dinner.
Until then.
So is that like a final decision? Hello, Andreas. It is.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if that'll have consequences, good or bad. Andres Schmidt's smithy is so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey.
These damn sheep blocking the way.
Going on back there.
Martin, please, can you give me a hand here?
What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them.
That looks like a lot standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas scared us when the defense rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me, I'll try to stay out of your way. Man, you idiot, are you going to help them? Shall I have to help? What do you think? Voices in my head.
Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows you to feel useful. Man, I wish I knew how to do a Greek accent.
How do
I can't even in my...
think
have
of
I ever
things
heard it?
Andreas would say?
What's a famous Greek character? Yeah, Andreas. We did have a Greek fan.
Yeah.
All I can think of in Andreas, I worked with a guy who had a Greek. I don't know if he was born in I think
Yeah.
he was born in Canada. He
No,
just had
no.
Greek parents. Oh, he came from Greece.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember. Anyways, my favorite Andreas quotes. We would go for coffee runs.
That's all I can
and
think
he's
of
like,
too.
we need to get beaver buzz. Go get some beaver buzz. And be like, no, Andreas, it's a coffee run. And he's like, we'll get some beaver buzz.
Because he didn't drink coffee. He
didn't
would
like
get
coffee.
like energy drinks.
The worst energy drinks. And like his favorite was beaver buzz, which came in this giant fucking can, probably only available in Canada. Beaver buzz. We'll go get beaver buzz. That idiot Martin should be helping them yell at him and give him a good scare. Hee hee, says our jester.
Wait, that's presumptuous. I'm not close to that family.
So it's interesting that like it has no outcome. Like it doesn't change this. You just like get to hear the advice and more. Well, by clicking one of the advices, you just hear Andreas's thoughts on it.
Right.
Martin, you idiot. You going to help them?
Mind your own business, asshole.
Martin, that's enough. And Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Stonehouse place.
Who's that on the horse? Looks rich.
Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Jonah pulled his pants down. Johann.
It's interesting that Christ and God gets penciled in that as the last thing each time. Johann.
So he pulled his pants down, huh?
Knocked her mum's teeth out. You don't want to fear the strength behind a stoneman's anger. Stonemason's
Is it
anger.
even a wedding if someone doesn't take their pants off?
Do you really think he's noble? He looks really rich. Do you think he's noble? He looks really rich.
Damn it! God damn it, Martin! Stay out of the trouble for once!
What, Aunt Hetty? Aunt Hetty.
Behave yourself. We don't want enough to deal with right now. Andres, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road,
Is that what she's saying? Yeah.
we need to get this sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Good luck.
Why does it have an X?
Keep your aunt and your cousin. Help your aunt and your cousin. Don't work too hard, Martin.
This will be remembered. The Drucker house. What the motherfuck? Why? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? It was his just typed out with a typewriter, basically, it felt
Or
like.
was it... Is he speaking another language?
Feels like he used a press for his letters.
Yeah.
Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours of work on my masterpiece.
Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Mary and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have in Italian edition. Till Eulenspiegel.
Not a glitch.
We'll see.
I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian.
Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from...
Heresy, witchmania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute. A sloppy.
Oh,
Your
your
sloppy typesetting. Your sloppy typesetting?
Well, not all of us have the luxury of taking days to write a single page for a book journey. Now he's making fun of him. So they're ribbing each other here.
Oh, journeyman, for a few months, more months than master.
Great, then you can take a week for your single page and they'll probably pay you double for it.
See, now you're thinking like a master artist. Too bad you're a printer.
So, supper tonight at after Vespers?
Of course, thank you. We'll see.
Monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It's followed by supper.
Okay.
We'll see.
If not tonight, sometime soon. See you later, Andreas.
See you later.
Morning, Andreas. So he's a typesetter, a printer.
Uh-oh.
God bless Master Mela. I hope your week is going well.
Thank you, Father. It's quite well. I'm just on my way up to the hill to get work. I'm running late to the Abbey, Father.
It's no problem if you don't have time for me today. But the question is, will you have time for the Lord on Sunday? You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you?
Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it this Sunday. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night and sigh. I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this.
Would going to church on Sunday be a burden? If not for his sake, consider it for your own. A man has many duties. Father Thomas would like to appreciate how hard you work to keep the Abbey.
This asshole can't make you go to mass. To hell with him.
Woo! Actually, I think he may make me go. He can make me go. Shit. Sigh.
Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to church? Oh my, what blessed day to receive such a illustrious visitor. Master Mela, this is Lorenz Baron of Rothigel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms.
Worms? Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets.
Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming.
Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town?
My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. I spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull.
Capital of Austrian country of the Tyrol and major stop in Imperial Road. Oh my god, I can remember that. Alright. I mean, it has a certain charm. He's noble. Certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet.
The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him?
Briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time, quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him, or the painter.
Who's the artist, my lord?
What is a diet? It's like assembly of 3 colleges of imperial state, Holy Roman Empire, the prince electors, the prince of the dukes, the representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on art. So basically like an early parliament, kinda.
How was Venice, my lord? I lived there a few years ago.
Sure.
Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work.
Excuse me?
Titian?
Titian in particular is a god. No offense, Father.
Of course.
Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a little bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Chiasau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course.
A great loss for the Abbey and for us all.
Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassia. Story of Tassia, an account of the early history of Tassing. Chiasau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothgau brought another to the Abbey as a gift. He was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. Abbot of Chiasau. Okay. Known for his kindness to books. It continues some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal.
Yes.
But I must be off. There'll be time enough to discuss the Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot. Gernot? Okay. And I have come to check on its progress.
Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here.
Uh-oh.
Not quite true, Master, yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. It is an honor to meet you, my lord.
Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg for the next few months. He's also helping in the Abbey Scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working for the Abbey Scriptorium. It's 1518, or should we talk? We should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. I must know the story.
Of course, my lord. It would be an honor. Well, I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose that's all right. Surely, my lord would find a little entertainment or companionship in me.
Kissing his ass. I'm playing a real piece of shit. I've yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for the introduction, Father Tomek. I come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up. After Vespers, what is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We shall see you then. Nicholas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. Meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem to be a little old to not be a master. Are you unmarried?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years in Erfurt.
Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg. Recently published and distributed through the Empire. Oh, his opinions on the church sale of indulgences to forgive sin. Erfurt was one of the most populous cities in the Empire. A lot of stuff. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him in trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me.
Oh no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. His ideas don't help.
Yeah, sure, fascinating.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. The 95 Theses, a list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Father Matthias was not above hearing lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies.
Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem well educated. May I kisseth the posteriorth?
Ha, no. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle to Cercio to Ficinio, Aramis, and everyone in between. I don't need to know all that shit.
I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well read in many as any university student.
He's thinking that.
I think so, yeah.
In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now, then, did you earn your doctorate? Why was that scratched there? We get to, like, that's insight to, like, what he was thinking, maybe, kind of? Like, we get to see his drafts?
Maybe.
In truth, I'm
It's the
simply
same,
happy to-
though.
Oh. Did they change it changed the type, or the
Yeah.
font? Almost like he's dumbing it down for us or something? Like,
No, I didn't. Only a master's degree, but I started working toward a doctorate, but I didn't finish.
oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study?
Aww.
Theology, understanding of the Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects, imperial law, the basis of fractured system of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire, and medicine, familiar with the basis of human biology, medicine. Oh, this will get us some weird shit.
Yeah.
Medicine was fucked up back then.
Yeah. It became a better font because Andreas respects him more.
Ah, you think?
I like to cut them open and see the insides come out.
Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in the area. Extraordinary, really.
Leeches!
Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come?
Oh, man.
Who's that? The pagan goddess.
Okay.
Dogs tearing at the pizza when we took on the fight.
These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think?
What was that about?
Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead.
I think her husband's dead.
Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and the quadrium, yes? The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of the classical liberal arts of university education: Latin, grammar, logic, rhetoric. From the trivium, arithmetic, geometry, music. Okay. So they, like, separated schools into two different things. Upper and lower divisions of classic and liberal arts. Did you have a favorite subject? A Latinist, strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. You can easily recall sententiae antiquae. Quoted words from the wisdom of the Roman logician. Instinctively thinks through implications of information he receives as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He's a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, metalwork. I think that's metallurgy, kind of theurgy. Isn't that like chemistry? Necromancy and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heaven and earth. Knows a great deal about constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. Oh, heavenly bodies. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience.
You guys like occult? I did alchemy. Like alchemy? Oh. Yeah, maybe that's right, eh?
Let me see how orator helps me.
Okay.
A persuader. That always helps in games like this.
The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric.
I assume you studied the Greeks and the Romans both.
Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas.
True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic.
Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind of the Christian toward Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience.
Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this.
Not true. Rhetoric isn't also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose.
Look at that aqueduct back there.
Whoa!
It can be practiced as easily as the streets of the royal town in the Curia of Rome.
Look at that bug. It's huge.
Oh, that's
It's like the size of our head.
well put. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? We get 2.
You leveled up mouth. I would have gone with heavens and earth too. But you don't have to, of course.
I'm gonna be a pure bullshitter.
Alright.
I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts.
Wonderful. A beautiful language used in the great empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite sencha?
Everyone enjoys the smell of their own farts. Remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever deed you do, keep quiet.
This guy will enjoy this. But using Erasmus is cheating. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among Northern humanists. He is known for his works of Latin, Greek, and as well as calls for reform within the church. What is humanism? It's like, I feel like I would sometimes go down that road in Civ. Humanism is kind of like revolutionary thinking back then, isn't it?
A little bit. Aramis was paraphrasing Aristotle.
An outlook system, wow, like very fast. Attaching prime importance to human rather than divine or supernatural matters. So like the idea that we can handle ourselves, we need to stop looking to God. Cultural movement just turned away, and medieval scholasticism revived interest in Greek and Roman thought. So in other words, yeah, more philosophy and about man.
Thank you for the info, guys.
Fair, if you don't
mind dipping your Latin cup into the Greek well. There's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing.
How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all?
My family and I have been patrons of Curacao. I think I'm saying that right. For, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. A room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all of abbeys by the 16th century.
Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. This is a good place as any to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned.
I'll say what it is. Well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago, I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations.
I know the work, but no, I do not. I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero.
Oh, he's one of the old fogies.
How venerable.
He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color.
Then I am very much looking forward to seeing it.
Are you guys gonna make out or?
Nicholas, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey.
Yes, my lord.
Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Found in the 6th century between Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows and obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedictus of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But the Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one.
Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seems to recognize you.
We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gannat. I am Lorenzo Baron of... Yes! Fuck. What does this piece of shit talk like? The Baron? Priests.
Yes, the Baron of Rotziger. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit.
Ah, if you say so. I am not good at remembering faces.
Forgive me, my lord, but it wasn't expecting you for another few days.
Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble.
Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now?
Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen?
Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andres, I don't know what you're doing with the Baron, but I need to see you in the Scriptorium now.
Of course, Father, I'm eager to get to work. As you're taking this out on me, it's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours?
The Book of Hours is what he's making, a type of illuminated manuscript. It contains an abbreviated form of the prayers of the Divine Office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons are commissioned lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. A room for writing illustrations.
Look at the cat on the dog's butt.
Father, are you secretly 10 snakes in a holy robe? I want my advance.
Ew. Inappropriate.
Bring me a choir boy! I should ask again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I should just convince Brother Matteo to pay me an early visit. Pay me early.
Oh. Find a way to get paid. The shrine. The Gertner's ask Father. Okay, I should probably check my quests maybe.
Oh, and Y for the map.
These are my quests. We've got a journal, maps, people, glossary. These are my groups, goes up and down. That's weird. Group and page kind of do the same thing.
Maybe it'll do more once we have it filled out a bit more, you know?
If you're wondering, my neck does hurt.
Yeah. How long is this game? Like, this seems really in depth.
Italy, hedonist, medicine, orator, Latinist. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from, oh yes, this is all my things that I've gotten. 20 hours, Jesus Christ. Prime hour, I need to find a way to get an advance from the Abbey so I can help the gardeners pay their taxes. I don't really give a shit about them. Father Gernot might be receptive to a negotiation for the funds. I'll need to approach the subject carefully to make it worth his while. Prime hour 6. Huh?
Whoops. We didn't do that.
What?
Approach the subject carefully.
Yeah, didn't do that. I could speak with Brother Matthew about an early payment from the manuscript. These are different options, kind of like. A few more pages, another day, another few more pages. The abbot need to get across the town to the Abbey and start work at the Scriptorium. So, what is this is me. This is all about me. Interesting. And then my journal is like, is this quest kind of?
It seems
Journal
like
is quest.
it.
Map. Goodness me.
Ooh.
Characters, all the info I need to know if I need to know it. Glossary. My goodness. Okay.
Those are quests, yes.
Ah, Feverfew always smells so fresh. Sister Gertrude is wise to have some in the garden.
Jesus.
I like the foldings, me too.
Ooh, we're gonna get some. Cecilia.
God bless you, Andres.
God bless you, Mother Cecilia.
Is there something I can help you with?
I noticed that you took the sisters inside when you walked up. I walked up with the Baron.
What concern is it of yours?
You said much in saying nothing.
And now I will say even less.
Damn you.
Good day, Andres. God bless you, Andres. Is there something I can help you with?
No, my apologies.
Look at that macrame.
Where? On the wall.
Little known fact, manuscripts weren't illuminated until the invention of the backlit pages.
So like they would actually like illuminate, like put them up on walls and illuminate them or something, like.
I guess.
Sister Gertrude tries and stores her herbs here.
Ooh.
Macrame is like a form of art using wool.
Pet mouse finger. Mouse finger.
Aww.
That'll do, mouse finger. Very good. Very good. You done good.
So I wonder if we have all this information about these plants because of our history.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sister certainly keep the garden well tended. Matilda.
God bless our Master Mara.
Sister Matilda, how are you doing?
Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work.
Ah,
Or to
forgive me.
reproduce.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Thank you, Master Miller. Cheers. Fuck. Jesus. Fuck. God. Oh. God, I wish I could fuck Jesus. I can't go up. Oh, here we go.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
How are things going in the nun's kitchen?
I mean, no offense, Master Mailer, but I could not speak with men.
My apologies.
God bless you.
And you as well, sister.
Woof.
The many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed.
Well, they were just talking the other day about how she should just start a garden of weeds.
I was.
Tassing is lucky
To have so much wood naturally growing, I had to buy it back in Nürnberg.
Free and PO City, the Holy Roman Empire major trade center, city of arts, including printing.
A painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite.
Was it debatable back then, like when you saw halos, like whether they were on fire? most good saints burned, right? So at some point they got burned.
Yeah.
The doors to the covenant are locked from the outside. Men at least.
I like the sound of the fly. It's really realistic.
The shrine.
A reliquary containing the hand of the saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance.
Oh, called the Spear of Destiny, the lance of Longuine is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lances, and several places claim to possess it. Saint Moritz is the patron saint of the Tassing. Legend states that he was the Egyptian-born commander of the Roman legion who converted Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Khersos Shrine.
We used to go to the Martyr Shrine for church every once in a while. It was like this big, beautiful church.
Uh-huh.
And they had this skull of some priest or something, or some saint. I don't know, they had some special skull. And it was just always like sitting at the front of the church, and it was freaky. But it was the funnest because they had a rosary. It was like a physical rosary, and
Wait, you saw this skull?
Yeah.
Wow. A human skull.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Or it was there.
Can you,
I don't know.
own a skull?
I don't know. But it was like a physical rosary, so you would stand on like this and you would say like Apostles' Creed and then Our Father and then Hail Marys, and it would be like my mom and I would go and do with the rosary together outside on these stepping stones.
That's fucking crazy.
It was fun.
Fun.
Brother Matthew maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for their pilgrims.
Now I want to look it up, like whether it was an actual skull, who it was. Did they just say it was there and I feel like I saw it, or was it actually there?
God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait. It's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret.
Look at his face.
During the day I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of pigments, the pigments you use. But you're taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular amongst Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'm also much more handsome.
Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men.
You'll have to trust me then.
Not a chance.
Have a good day, Sister Margaret.
God bless you, Master Mailer. Trying to tempt the nuns. Lisbeth.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
I like that they've let it easy to know which ones are evil. Gertrude.
Aw, Gertrude.
God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the Scriptorium? Friendly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird accented one. My Irish are, all of it's really bad. I don't know the difference between
great.
Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested.
Do Irish roll R's? No, they don't.
Interested?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes received yesterday. What saffron, really? Where'd you hear that?
I'm combining stuff.
Sister Matilda saw it in the Albans. Maybe you can convince prior parents to get some of your yellows. For your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefinger?
She's around here somewhere. It's really hard going back and forth. Hopefully get into the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does.
Until later, Sister Gertrude.
Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of the Saint Setien for one of these days.
She's my favorite. I like Gertrude.
What's that all about? Banshees of Inisherin.
Is she a Russian doll?
Go in the back, go in the front. Ooh, creepy. Oh, that brought me into the cloister anyway.
It's basically about these two friends that break off their friendship during the time of the Irish Civil War. It's a film.
God bless you, Andreas.
Rutger!
Rutger?
Rudiger.
Has your voice recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger?
Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice.
Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter.
Exactly.
Just making them all evil for now.
Have a good day in Scriptorium.
Have a good day singing.
Yeah, did we see a trailer for that? I feel like it's familiar to me.
Matthew.
God bless.
My name Matthew.
Yeah. God bless you, Andreas. It's so typical.
How was the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. A little. Your calling is with the world, Master Mailer. Mine is here. Even if you find keeping order in this place foolish, the Lord does not. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas. I was hoping you'd give me pay for the latest manuscript early.
What the fuck's going on?
I'd like to collect my wages. Give me my pay. What? Andreas, I'm sure you remember the agreement we made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway.
Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble for not only Curacao, but also Tassing as well.
The matter is pressing, Brother Mathieu. For the love of the Christian, another Christian, I beg you to make an exception.
Very well. Nice. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mailer.
Nice.
Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Pure Ferene.
Thank you, Brother Mathieu.
God bless you, Andreas.
Nice.
All right, now that
I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly, but to make sure she receives it. I'll put it on the table in the evening.
I'll give it to her directly. I don't intend to. I just wanted the money.
Oh.
What do you think you're doing, Master Mailer?
Staring innocently.
What did you just say? Stay away from the sacristy. You know you're not allowed in there.
Of course, my apologies. You know me, I like to peek where I'm not allowed to tee.
What a uniquely fascinating and endearing trait. He was actually smiling.
Yeah,
Stay
it
out.
was.
Of course, my apologies.
Thank you, Master Mailer. Stay out. Andreas, have you seen Brother Rudiger?
No, why?
But we did.
Because he was not at Loud's Monastic hour of dawn. One of the two major hours is used in the morning prayer. My God. And no one has seen him since then.
Why do you think I would have seen him?
I don't, but I believe you're responsible for this.
What are you talking about?
I think after you terrified him at the library, he decided it was safer to run.
He can make decisions for himself. If he ran, that's his choice. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause this stress. Well, what do you want me to do about it?
I feel a bit of responsibility for what you have done. Why did we scare somebody?
I don't know. But we literally just saw him. So he's fine.
That's not good. It's not like I can go find him.
If he does not return, or if something has happened to him, I will hold you responsible.
It will be all right. You worried about nothing.
I pray you are right. God bless you, Andreas.
Until later.
My God, there's a lot in this beginning.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't think he was talking about this guy. He's the one doing this? Oh, that's cool.
Huh. Yeah,
Crypt.
Rutger.
Foundations of the Abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land not long after the death of Christ. Wow. These tombs markers go back centuries, all the way back to the founding of the Abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Curacao in the power of the 14th century, those days have long passed.
I bet it smells musky down here.
A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here.
Yeah, take that key.
That's nothing special. Give me that. Now what?
Cryptic solutions, that was it. We just had to jiggle the key and we get to go into the library.
Sweet. Books.
A secret entrance to the library. I have to remember this.
Oh,
We don't get
can't
to actually
in.
go in. I think it's easy to get into the library, but this is just a different
Okay,
entrance.
okay.
That's my guess.
the tower.
The dormitory.
Yeesh.
The Old Bailey. We came through here? The church.
I think so, yeah.
The Old Bailey.
Yeah.
And then the dormitory wraps around to the cloister, which we've been to. Oh, this is new. Okay. Oh my god. The cemetery.
The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit.
Yeesh.
A monument to the founder of the Abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants.
Yikes.
Huh.
Animal pens. My god. What? Volkbert. Good day, Andreas. The abattoir. Isn't that where they slaughter animals?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The abattoir is, I think, where you kill them. Honestly, it's better than what they do today, shipping them off somewhere to get killed.
I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas.
It is.
My god. Wojslav. Morning, Andreas. I can't. There's so many characters.
Yeah.
How's living with the Gertners? Fucking, I'm phoning this one in.
It's great. They're a lovely family. Could we get along enough? Well, it's room for a pleasant home. I can't expect much. We get along well enough.
Well, Peter can be a thorny one, but maybe he's nicer to the townsfolk than he is to us from the Abbey.
It's about the same. He does have a sore spot for the Abbey.
Father Gernot does lean hard on them, those peasants, I mean. Peter is like the creaking leg of a stool that can no longer bear the weight placed on it.
That sounds ominous.
I just know the look of a man who feels like he's living past his own limits. Anyway, I don't see you around the Abbey later. Maybe I'll see you in the tassing tomorrow.
Until then.
So the problem with voice acting games is like, especially with tons of characters, like I've said so many times, like stuff like Phoenix Wright, every character has such a distinct personality, the voices usually just come to you. Whereas this is just a bunch of people look the exact fucking same. Like, they're all priests. They're not even different vocations. Like, it's hard to be able to. Hello, Andreas.
And sometimes, like, the text, the writing, or, like, the way it's written is unique.
How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Woodslave working you hard?
Not too bad, Brother Woolslip. How do you pronounce that? Is the J completely silent? Woolslav? Maybe just Woolslav. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard.
How so?
I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not going to cook yet. I'm sure Brother Woolslav will teach you well in time. No, I can do his voice. Brother Ed complains about his food. Too, Buddy complains to Brother Woolslav.
What does Brother Aduk know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall.
I don't even know where that is.
It's a land in the west across the sea where they all eat fish.
Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish.
He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning.
Thanks. See you later, Andreas.
Until later.
We have opposite hairstyles, me and that guy.
That's one way to store all your shit. It's like a
Just
ball
a big mess.
a ball of wicker or something. You just stab it.
Yeah. It's actually kind of cool.
Okay. Wait.
We didn't talk to
Oh.
that guy.
So the kitchen is how I came through here. And then out here is the refectory, which I have no idea what that even is. The Last Supper. It's kind of in a Art Deco style.
Whoa.
Interesting. When the brothers eat their meals,
This is where the lector reads to them.
is the large garden the place we already went?
Yes.
Yeah. A little overwhelming, I gotta say. I do prefer when games that have sprawling maps like this, that they like kind of peter it out a little bit at a time, like leave things like I am a fan of roadblocks, kind of, in the beginnings of games.
You can always pull up the map. Which
Oh, I'm not
might-
lost.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's an overwhelming amount of exploring when I don't know the context of really what's about to happen and what the point of the game is yet.
True.
There's a lot of interesting flavor, but flavor makes a lot more sense when you know what the uptake of the whole game's pitch
Yeah.
is. Going in blind, I don't know. I have a feeling it goes interesting places, but considering the reception of it.
Yeah.
God give you health, Master Mailer. Oh, I was hoping it was written in a way that I would give him a personality.
I like how the background kind of makes it look like he has buns in his hair.
Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you're still here.
As am I, but I will be leaving soon and returning to Rome. And my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed me much kindness to our priest in the Council of Constance many, many years ago.
Will you remain in Rome?
That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God bless my home with a wondrous beauty. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty.
I would love to. Someday I need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop.
Yes, someday. Until then, you are ever in Rome. If you're ever in Rome, I may still be around.
I've only made it as far as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome.
By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk.
The townsfolk.
I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had a kind word with the baker and his wife.
Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Great.
I offered to tell the story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. They were saying you can bring up the map to see the main quest is all. Oh, to like direct myself. Yeah, but like, I mean, when you play an RPG, you're supposed to like exhaust the flavor first. That's how it works. You don't beeline the main quest. Gret seems to be excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well.
I certainly make time and you eat here with the brothers.
Yes, but I'm not a guest. I'm mainly bound by the rules. They are... Father Gernot kindly allows me to come and go as I need to.
Then I'll make time for you in the next few days. I do not know what work the abbot has in store for me, but I'll spare some time.
If you're unable to shovel, God give you health, Andreas. The church is that way. Okay, I might just fucking go to the main quest though, because I'm getting overwhelmed. Fuck. Maybe the quest will bring me, like, I mean, Jesus God. Christ. Holy fucking hell.
Wow, this is a crazy room.
A Dance of Death mural Father Matthias had painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful.
In Disco Elysium, you kind of were opened up to everything right away, but the day passed, so you had no choice but to go back.
Right.
And the story sort of progressed like that. Like,
Yeah.
you had to budget your time.
That's a creepy ass fucking mural.
Yeah, dude.
The thing is, we old gamers have been conditioned to know that there are always points of no return and that you're supposed to exhaust everything. Like, a natural way to play, if you were a kid these days and you didn't know about old gaming, like, conventions, you would just kind of play in what seemed natural, kind of, right? Like, we've been conditioned. Yeah, I think it could. Railroading you a little bit, just guiding you a bit harder, because we're conditioned like I just described, it gives you anxiety not to do it in the right way, like in what you consider the right way, based on decades of playing. Alright, so anyways, to see the main quest on the map is the objective is the Scriptorium.
Oh, okay.
Which is next to the library and shit. I don't know how the map can help, because with 2D, it's hard to know where the fuck
I think
you're going,
they were saying, go to the map to see the quest.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what they said.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is, it's hard to navigate the map based on, because everything's kind of
So go to the Old Bailey. We can figure out
you're
where
going
that
right.
is.
Well, there's the
Oh, we're so
Scriptorium, which I
close.
avoided the whole time. I just want to check on Prior. This is the first creep, right? Ooh.
What is this? A Volvele? I've seen this before in astronomy and medical tracts. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel is Greek letters and holes cut to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the other edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. 24 holes, enough to cover all the letters in the Greek and Latin alphabet.
So it's like a translator? Decoder?
A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns the different elemental system symbols with the top of the lower disc. Each reveals the different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort? I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here.
That's fun. I want to make one of those.
A cipher?
Yeah.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Back to the fucking grind.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
Hey, good day, Andreas. I'm a guy.
How's your morning going, brother guy?
It's fine. More contracts for the abbot.
Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts?
Honestly, don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day.
Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you?
The abbots and the priors both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'll never be going to Burgundy again. I'll need to make the best of the next 40 years.
Then I'll leave you to it.
Oh, shit. You're old as fuck, guy.
Hey, Doc.
God bless you, Andres.
How are you feeling today, brother Adiok?
Alive.
Excuse me?
Almond? Oh, shit.
Oh, me. Mill, that's easy. I'm well.
Oh.
Well done, my son. It is early. I'll give you a harder one later.
I look forward to all of your anagrams, brother Adok.
Literal nut.
Ah, yes, until then.
No, I mean I just literally nutted.
Oh, he really loves his anagrams. That guy.
Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you.
Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big George Gardner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming.
Brother Adok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming.
Do not forget, Brother Guy, that the fates of the youth should cheer the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok?
I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show more respect for Brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself, Brother Adok. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. I say nothing. Well, everyone seems quite lively, I suppose. That means Brother Prior Fennec is not overseeing us today.
He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothagel had arrived and hurried out like a little mouse. Farron was also desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothagel. It's pathetic.
You find kindness to Brother Abbot and his priors only speak.
I'm getting tired. I can't follow all the names. I mean, I know, I guess, Rothagel manuscript. I just realized that it will want this manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting.
Yes, I knew we should know his name.
With the double beard. Perhaps you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about the patron's visits.
What's the problem? The Baron is just a client. He has to wait like anyone else. Guy, someday you will stand here where Piero is. A young monk will stand where you are now. Moris etiam Dafendis Curio Ventnit. I mean, death has also come to Daphnes of Sicily.
Also came to death. What does that even mean?
Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else.
Andreas Baron Rothagel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Friesing. Kirsten is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with any more attention.
Well, if Prior Fennec isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives.
Whoa, shit, dude. You should probably do your work.
Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Inder Mauer manuscript.
A prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Keeping the nuns separate like that. You can still get a hand job through there. The bottom latch.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty big.
What do you want, Andreas?
A book. The Inder Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar! Could I just get the book? Yeah, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? Isn't this your job? Isn't writing books your job? Just write one. I don't need to get books. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book that has been being inappropriate with me!
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's hot. Andreas.
Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Inder manuscript of that. I wasn't being inappropriate.
I didn't think you were. Sister Zidna's pure attitude toward her vocation, the rule, and I suppose the Ten Commandments. The rule of St. Benedict Nursia, the book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot, written in the 6th century. The rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. If this is not her vocation, she should not be here. You expect too much from a young woman who's been locked up in the Abbey. I imagine it takes longer than others to accept new lives here.
You expect too much of a young woman who's been locked up in the Abbey?
Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand your vocation, Andreas. In any case, I overheard you requesting the Inder Mauer. Here's... Return it promptly, okay? Woot!
Thank you.
Now, get away from me, you monster!
Andreas, I see how your masterpiece is coming.
Of course, your opinion is always welcome.
Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit of arrangement in the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful in their own, but not overpowering the scene.
Is that all?
It is an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to.
I'm not saying you should do more work, but suggesting that you should be more of yourself in the work.
I didn't know there was room for me in here. Would that make the process of creating another book of hours more fun? I didn't know there was room for me in here.
It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we like it or not. What does this painting represent?
It's November. In November, we show the peasants leading the pigs in the forest to forage for acorns before the slaughter.
Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage for acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it.
What's the difference does it make? This is the way the November is painted.
But it's not the way November is. Art is an illusion of storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate the path to truth.
It's yet important to me that the clients are happy and they pay me for the truth.
Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will you say to those who are in the future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will go as deep as your lines. What do they find? But you listen to the opinions. Oh, I'm getting buried here. In truth, the room is a place at a time.
Does that make you sad?
I'll admit it's still fond of the old styles and lettering illumination, but even my old youth I knew it could not last. The creation of the books as art is no longer province of the monastery, so be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing will be brought to the truth.
I think there'll always be a place for artists like you, Brother Adok.
I don't care about the other thing. I need something to happen desperately.
And Brother Guy.
To be remembered. It's kind of like you say, Andres, but you'll not be concerned for we. I have long life, happy to live the Lord. When it calls for me, I'm ready.
Oh, time progressed.
Okay. Where's the time gone? It's already terse. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule.
Oh, what'd you do?
Until later, Andreas. I think he talked, maybe.
Oh.
Until later.
Like, does something happen soon, guys? I need to know, like, that something happens. Like, I'm sure there's intrigue here for sure. Ooh, something suspicious is happening here.
Uh-huh.
What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. Then Brother Fennec came in and wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't even think he noticed me.
He was slamming books shut. Prior Fennec should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate.
He seemed to be in a great hurry.
I think he's on the edge since Baron Rothgill arrived early.
There's a few interesting. The big thing isn't for a bit, though.
Oh.
Mystic Knight said, I felt the same. I think that's why I stopped.
Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica, Clara? No, the anger is not as appropriate response for a nun, but the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason.
You sound angry.
You should not interpret my disappointment as anger. You should also understand where it is directed. It is ultimately my fault, but it is my responsibility to be more vigilant of what books you can take from the library. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lawrence of Rothgill? So nervous. Lawrence didn't know they were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyways, I've dealt with them personally, but the prior father abbot have purchased a number of our valuable manuscripts over the years, and he paid enough help to help the abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? Can't remember. You have my own responsibilities to attend. How is about this, Andreas? You helped me recover some of the missing books. Well, I was hoping to work on my master's piece, but I suppose I can help. I understand there's rarely time when I am a Scriptorium and the brothers are not present. Thank you. It's good for the Abbey. Where should I begin? Oh, I can't. I can't. 3 inches thick, reddish covers. Okay, I'm like looking for shit.
So we have to steal those books from his desk and give them to her.
Like right here?
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even for Piero to make. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Alienate is one of my favorite stories. I'll understand it appeals to Piero. She's in the book. Well, this isn't different. Alienus chose his duty of the gods over his lover Dido. I did not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas.
The words sit easily in my memory. I'm not sure why.
Probably out of love rather than duty.
Do you think Aeneas has a sense of duty appeals to Piero?
We all have our vocations, whether Piero takes this more seriously than others at his abbey.
You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously.
Andreas, I didn't have much choice in my vocation. Few women do.
You're right, of course. What about this? Is it really that bad? Is being a woman limiting?
She's exaggerating. It's fine.
Right. Right. Surely you're right, of course.
I appreciate you understand how limited our roles are and choices truly are. Even in stories we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido. It's pronounced Dido, right?
Dido.
Is it Dido? We, ordinary women, are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from empress to nun. It is our lot.
If Dido is to be, like the musician,
Yeah, I don't know.
to be believed.
I don't know if that's the namesake, or if she has a namesake from that. I'm not sure.
Suppose I understand now why you're not fond of Aeneid.
It's fine poetry for men. Now the books, if you please. Alright, here you fucking go. Thank you. Not retro printed copy, green cover, diamond pack. I don't have the size of the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough.
I know you're talking about Brother Adoc was reading it.
It's not the right book.
She wants to collect
one?
a whole bunch of them.
The beauty of this book belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy.
We don't. It belongs to Amadeus of Risco, a Venetian. It's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it.
I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it.
That book is not appropriate for reading Benedict, okay. For the monks. The abbey is sold to pirates.
A baby.
A baby is sold to pirates. Raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments.
I forgot the best part. In the end, Gurion learns he has royal blood, a son of a duke. He reigns like a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love?
Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with the Lord, not lusty adventures.
What's the harm?
Oh, I could have called myself a knave. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to downfall of many men and women.
Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it?
To die better than we are born.
And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't peasants dream of being king?
There's neither Jew nor Greek nor slave nor Christ in Jesus.
We may be one in Christ, but not equal in this world.
It is not the world that should be concerned, Andreas, but the book of Andrea. What if the abbot receives a fourth letter?
I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand.
It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy in Amadea Risco's property. The book, please. There's only one book left then. Oh my fucking god. 2 inches thick. Okay, brother guy was reading it. Fuck. Is it there? There we go.
Now that I think about it, a guy was always being guarded about this book.
Very good. Please bring it here.
What is it anyway? Huh. You may have learned French. What is this? Oh.
Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me.
Why won't you tell me what the book is?
Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mailer. One of the previous abbots, something in the spite. Still don't know what it's. What?
And the previous abbot tolerated in spite of papal order to destroy it.
Okay. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its authors shared the same fate.
What? Why?
I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains dialogue between love and reason.
So the book is dangerous. When did the bishop condemn it?
"200 years ago."
What? Why? Why is it still here?
Because Father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed.
Sounds reckless. And what he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content is in question.
The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law and we must contend with, not your emotions.
The church was wrong!
I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas. And Father Matthias is gone. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed.
Well, I refuse to give it to you. If you're going to destroy it.
What? Why not? What are you going to do with it?
I think I'll hide it. Read it, become a French heretic.
That's not funny, I'm serious. Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothagel. Compromise, take it far away. Appeal to your duty as a librarian of the Abbey to not destroy this book. Consider the sound of theological reasons for the allowing the book to exist. Your duty as a librarian probably won't work. She seems more religious. More sound than condemnation of 3 bishops in Paris. I mean, who are you going to trust, them or me? Oh, here we go. We're finally seeing, like, said Zadina is locked up in the Abbey, offered to help Illuminata reluctantly. So this persuasion chance yelled at that the church was wrong to condemn the book.
Oh, snap.
No chance to convince her.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my decision so easy. Did you leave university voluntarily or were you expelled? Your duty as a librarian. My duty is to God and the vows I made to the rule. Books shouldn't be destroyed. Quoted an Aeneid from memory. Offered to help Illuminata reluctantly. Yelled that the church was.
But what about the librarian's rule to protect books?
No, you just made that up. I'll take the book far away.
I'll be gone by the time Father Gernard asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about stealing a book he wanted destroyed.
I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart.
Feels right enough in my heart for the both of us.
So what is the meter showing? Like, would it fill up if we had a good chance or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's less obvious than in Disco Elysium where you see the dice roll and the number you need.
I don't think so. That doesn't make any sense. We have nothing more to discuss. The book stays with me.
So be it. So we did it against her will. Now we're eating. That's the bell before sext. Ooh.
Sweet.
Brothers
But
will
like
be
scheduled time?
The sexth hour.
The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon.
I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working at the guest house by the Abbey.
Well, I don't know what I can do, guys. My back hurts, my neck hurts, my hand hurts, my wrist. I'm an achy old man, and this went on way longer than I thought without much entertainment. I was really committing to it at first because I thought it would go places quick, but it's a very slow roll.
Yeah. We did get warnings that it was a slow roll.
Did Franix steal this? What am I doing? What is this type of gameplay? What's going on here? I can't even leave. I have to like click the right thing, but I don't know what to click.
If you're enjoying it enough but not quite sold yet because of the slow start, I'd say another show would get you hooked.
A text on astronomy. It looks like I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy book hand could have been produced by Abbey of note. Bastard script, Burgundian, Flemish, not from here recently.
I need like a clip of the game to like convince me or something.
Yeah.
That's definitely Fenric's handwriting between the lines and the margins. Okay, I can't do this. I'm too achy right now.
Yeah.
Such is fresh
That's
life.
fair. Maybe the trailer again would help.
Maybe the trailer again would help. Maybe I'll watch it on off show. Like, I'm very intrigued by, like, this is about as fresh as it gets in terms of setting and, like,
I'm totally on board with you.
concept. Yeah.
You actually went a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer. You went longer than I probably would have.
I didn't even explore everything. I explored, like, a little bit.
Yeah.
But most of that was mandatory, like, up until we get to the church.
Right. Yeah.
Only at the church did things branch, and then I, like, saw, like, maybe half of what they laid out. And then it's a very slow roll. Doesn't feel as laborious if you're not voice acting everything.
Would you be, they're asking if it would be better with voices.
There's always that, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm glad you're loving the voices.
Yeah, you're really good at
I
that.
said this about Disco Elysium. I said that, like, Disco Elysium would have been a bit of a slog if they hadn't voice acted it. Even though I love the characters and I would have loved doing voices for it, it still would have been it's just so much text.
Yeah.
It would have been, even if I'm loving voice acting all of it, it still would have been so hard to get through. I mean, Phoenix Wright has a lot of text. But anyways, I did appreciate the voice acting in Disco Elysium a lot.
Phoenix Wright has a lot of text, but a lot of inspiration.
Yeah. Well, so does...
For the voice acting.
Yeah. Disco Elysium has a lot of inspiration too. Like, its characters are pretty distinct. The downside to the good side, also the upside to Disco Elysium is there's so few characters. Like, they're very few and far between, kind of, so it really that helps.
Yeah.
This one, just so many characters so quickly, and that's the other trouble with voice acting is, like, when these types of games, like we said during Eastward, you're making a voice and committing to this character that might never ever be talked to again, and it's like, in things like Phoenix Wright, you're like, this character is going to be with us for the next, two or three shows, and we're going to have a lot, so you can really come up with a unique voice for them. In this, it feels like a little bit of a waste sometimes to even spend the time on coming up with a voice.
It gets to some really cool stuff once you're past this prologue. I know there's wacky things later, but I haven't encountered that yet.
But how far is the fucking prologue?
Yeah, well, they're saying like one more show. Is that like
that's so
6
hard.
hours into a 20-hour game experience? 4 hours? 4 hours into a 20-hour game experience?
I know there's wacky things later, but I haven't encountered that yet.
People are saying that they really love like the history of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll watch the trailer. I'll go watch the trailer again and see if anything really piques my interest, because I want to, like, you know, it's such a unique concept. Well, it's not so far it's not a unique concept. It's just so far all I've seen is an RPG. I'm sure there's some unique elements besides the art direction and setting.
It's definitely a game for people who like role-playing as peasants in Skyrim. Me. Probably 1 to 2 hours and you'll be into the swing of things.
Ugh. I don't know, guys. Yeah, like if we're talking about these types of RPGs, decision-based and like a branching storyline, Game Deck, Disco Elysium, both had a lot more flavor payoff early. There's not like a lot of quirkiness and different things that like little. You're always like in any given conversation, you can expect something unexpected to pop out at you.
Yeah, that's true.
So far, this has been just a whole lot of gobbledygook. But I don't get. History buffs are gonna fucking love this shit, I guess. Oh, it doesn't help that I'm so fucking achy all the time. Some weeks are better than others. Thanks for watching today, guys. I'm sorry nothing
thank you.
happened. I didn't not know the pacing was like this. I hope that my voice acting was entertaining. It was the best I could do.
You
with
did
the
great,
personalities
babe.
I was given.
No, it was good. I'm a real lazy history person, so I like the facts page a lot in this. Cool, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna check out AI Somnian Files.
Yeah.
You love my Andreas voice. Yeah, that was easy to come by. Oh, I'm sure there's loads of good gamepads. Yeah, let's like dig through and find the gems.
Yeah. I'm glad that we checked this out though, because I like the style of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching today. It was fun hanging out. We'll see you guys next time on Video Games Awesome Live. This was Pentiment. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
I echo Fraser's sentiments on this game. He played it longer than I would have. I will say that. It was interesting.
They can't all be Disco Elysium. All right, guys. Keep an eye on Twitter for show announcements and things.
Aww.
I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.